Illinois State University has been seeing a major growth in students in the past few years, harboring its own little culture within Norma, Illinois. Since everyone at AudiblWav is all about the culture, we decided to sit down with 3 ISU students to talk about their college experience. Who are you, what's your major, and why'd you choose Illinois State?
My name is Megan Loth, and I'm a junior fashion merchandising major.
My name is Hannah Ross. I'm double majoring in business management and marketing.
My name is Arjun Morris. I'm a 20-year-old junior. I'm a nursing program here at Illinois State.
I came to ISU mainly for softball, but I really liked the environment when I came here. I'm from Arizona, so I'm a little far from home, and I've wanted something different my entire life. I know Marcus and I have talked about how I wanted to get away from the people in the West. The big thing was the people. Everybody was so nice. It was weird seeing people actually smile at you and you're walking past strangers and everything. And I don't know, I just my teammates that had committed before me were when you walk on a campus, you're gonna know. And I walked on and I just got that good feeling about ISU. And honestly, it's been the right school for me. I've met some of my best friends, and yeah, it's been awesome so far.
I chose Illinois State, honestly, because I wanted to get away from home. I'm from Pewaukee, Wisconsin, which is about 30 minutes west of Milwaukee. So I wanted to get away from home, and also I fell in love with the campus here. So.
Okay. What made you fall in love with the campus?
Well, I was on my tour, and I love that all the buildings here look similar. The red brick, that's just, when I was younger and I thought of college, I wanted a cohesive campus, and this is exactly what that is.
I don't know. I came in just kind of looking at schools, not really knowing what to expect. I ended up liking Marquette actually a lot up in Milwaukee. But then I visited here initially, didn't really think much of it. And then I came here a second time for a scholarship interview. And when I was on campus, I don't know, people always talk about that feeling they get when the college just feels right. And I was in high school, I was like, oh, that's not true. I'm not gonna feel that at any college. And then I got here, and I'm like, I feel that.
How would you sum up your college experience so far?
Honestly, D1 is a job, so I feel I'm very busy all the time, and I do make time to be social and meet new people, but I feel it's been a grind, but it's paying off because I'm getting most of my school paid for, and the business program here is good, so I'll be coming out with hopefully some job opportunities. But I think it's been good. It's just a lot of work, and it's taught me how to work hard and taught me time management, so I think all of it will pay off in the end.
You said that D1 was kind of a job. Can you elaborate on that a little bit?
So our spring is our actual season, but fall we still have, I think the fall is more stressful than the spring because we're training so hard, and right now we're in our 45-day period, so it's exactly the same as spring, but we're not using those 20 hours for games, so it's literally all practice. So Monday, Wednesday, Friday, we have weights, conditioning, and team practice on top of required study hours. And sometimes it's hard to find time to breathe. I remember freshman year, I was when do I even eat? I was very overwhelmed, but you do get used to it, and you understand all your teammates are going through it with you, so it's you're not just lagging behind. Everybody's in it with you. It's the struggle bus for everybody, but you learn how to manage and still make time to have fun on the weekends, but we still do practice on the weekends. We're one of the only teams that practice on the weekends in the off season. But I don't know, it's a lot about time management, like I said earlier. And it's just, you have to actually love the sport to playing D1.
Okay.
So I think that for anybody who's considering playing, you have to love it, because if you don't, you're gonna be miserable.
College experience for me, it's been a little weird just because of COVID last year. That really, put a dent in things. But other than that, it's been really fun. It's been cool to meet a lot of new people, your perspective on things. You really grow as a person. And I think here, there's a really diverse community at Illinois State. So just going to class and meeting people through whatever, it's been really cool to understand and meet new people.
Busy. I've enjoyed it a lot. Freshman year, obviously, the whole pandemic hit. But that first semester, I was just in gen eds doing my thing. But even then, I found myself, I had a good balance of school life and social life. But adjusting to college from high school was definitely, a challenge. So I think I keep saying busy because I didn't spend as much time, researching, doing homework for my classes as much as I did relearning my habits, trying to adjust my habits to fit, the new college curriculum. And especially now with my classes and my clinicals, finding a balance is difficult, but not impossible. So up until now, I've just been doing my work. It's definitely kept me busy, but I'm really enjoying it so far.
Building off of that a little bit, what lessons has Illinois State taught you?
I think Illinois State taught me to be a lot less judgmental, because you really don't know where people come from. And it's made me a lot more humble as a person, because I've been able to recognize my privileges that I have as a person. And I think that really helps with maturity and growing, and these are really monumental years for growth as a person, I think. And Illinois State, just taught me to always be kind and respect people. Respect is huge.
Yeah, respect is definitely a huge thing. You talked about privileges a little bit that you realized that you had while at Illinois State. Can you dive into that a little bit more?
So my freshman year, I remember I got really close with the girls on my floor, and we would get the scheduled payment emails, and I didn't think twice about it because I have, my parents, the college fund that they had set up and whatever. And there was a girl on my floor every single time who would have to go out and call her mom, and they'd have to figure out which account the money was coming from. She was coming from a single parent home, and just seeing that it was such a stressor for her, whereas for me, I didn't even think twice about it. And I'm really grateful for where I've come from, but it really opened my eyes to know that, wow, not everyone has it as nice as I do.
How has your major impacted your college experience?
Yeah, like I said before, I think it kind of gives me a unique view on things.
I just decided to double major within the last month. And I would say I have a lot more homework than my roommates. So on the weekends, I'll be struggling to finish stuff in time, and that goes to time management. I guess I could be a little bit better with that, but...
It's funny, so I actually started out my first 2 years as a journalism major, and as much as it was kind of fun, I didn't know if it was exactly me. But so far, been here for a month as a fashion merchandising major, and I love it. I love it so much. I think they make everything personalized for you, so it's you find your little niche and you go with it. But I think no matter your major, the professors do such a good job of setting you up for the future. It's always just what's that next step? How is what you're doing right now helping you? And I definitely got that with journalism, but I can already sense that with fashion merchandising, there's such a support system in the School of Family Consumer Science and with the FDM program, and the professors really just want to see you succeed.
It's helped me understand that, this isn't for everybody. And I'm not saying that I can do anything better than anyone else. I'm just saying that you have to really want to do this in order to do it and to stick with it. I've been super busy. There have been times where I've doubted myself in my major, but at the end of the day, it's in the back of my head that I'm a nursing major, and I get to be really proud of that fact. The fact that I keep pushing through, and I can keep going to my classes, keep succeeding, keep helping people the way I want to. So at the end of the day, it just helps instill that pride and confidence that, I'm a student here at Illinois State University, and I can be, happy with that. I can be proud of that.
ISU has a pretty big reputation as a party school. Would you say parties here have had an impact on your college experience?
They honestly have, but in a good way, for me at least. There were a few guys on my floor freshman year who were in a fraternity, Sig Nu, and they would help me out at every party. They were always there for me in a good way. And I think it's really, parties have just helped me meet so many people. Obviously, there's responsibility that comes with that, but for me, parties are fun. It's just a great way of networking and literally meeting people, making connections, and having fun.
Yes and no.
How'd you say?
Because, yeah, there are a lot of parties on campus, and I like to go out, hang out with my friends, party with my friends. So in that aspect, in the social aspect, meeting new people, getting like new experiences, meeting new friends, making new connections, and that way it has affected my experience here. I've met like other nursing majors like at different functions here and there, and that later down the line that leads to study groups and building connections with your classmates, which I can really appreciate. But also, it hasn't affected me in the sense that I came here with the ideal that I'm going to put my academics first. My academics always come first no matter what. So if there's a party or studying, I'm going to study if I've got an exam, So in that way, yes and no. But overall, the social aspect of the school has been a more positive than negative experience.
If it weren't for parties, wow, I just feel like I'd be a lot more introverted, I guess. I don't want to necessarily say antisocial, but my group of friends would be a lot smaller. I think I'd be a little more scared to put myself out there. So parties have kind of helped me branch out a little bit more.
What's one thing you'd say to a student thinking about attending Illinois State? What's one thing you'd say to someone thinking about attending Illinois State? What's one thing you'd say to someone thinking about attending Illinois State University?
I would say do it. I would say come here. This is such a fun school. The people here, the professors here, just like whether academics or social life, like you find what you're looking for when you're here.
Just enjoy your time here. Don't bring in high school stuff to college. That's something I would say is like, college, it doesn't matter who you were in high school, nobody cares. You're not gonna know that many, I didn't know anybody coming here because I came from Arizona, but like, don't bring in your ego from high school because it doesn't matter in college. So just become your own person, find yourself, like branch out, do new things, do stuff you wouldn't have done in high school because you never know what you'll end up liking or loving or meeting. So I think just branch out, find yourself.
Have an open mind. And what I mean by have an open mind is like, you don't always know what path you're gonna go down. You could really want to be something coming in and stick with it. Like I came in with nursing and I stuck with it, but so many of my friends have came in and then switched their majors or switched their classes and what they're doing because something else feels right, something else feels better. And so when you're coming into Illinois State, it has such a wide variety of programs. Like you, almost pretty much anything you can get done here. You go in with an open mind and don't limit yourself to just one lane, Take all the lanes if you want.